All right. My last video, I got to number 6, Tim Duncan. And like I said, Tim Duncan, I have him at number 6. He's won 4 championships, being the main guy on that team, being a dominant defensive player, being a great post player. The reason why I put Shaq over him because Duncan always had, he had Robinson early on with him, so that took a lot of pressure off him down low. So he didn't always get the biggest, strongest guy guarding him. So and then he won the MVP and with like 22 points, 13 rebounds, and 2 block shots a game. He'd be the MVP, and that's a down year for Shaq. So I couldn't put him over Shaquille, but he's all around. When you look at offense and defense, there's like no drop off on either side of the ball. With Shaq, at times during his career, he hasn't been as a great defensive player, but those years he dominated at LA, he dominated both sides of the ball. So number 6 is Tim Duncan. Number 7, I had to go with my favorite player of all time, Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah was the best little man I ever see play the game, but it wasn't just that he was little. He had a lot of heart. He hid a lot of his ability as he played. He wasn't always. It's like he always, he was what you would call a shooting one. People used to call him a scoring one, and they want to say that he wasn't a pure point guard. But if you actually watch Isaiah Thomas through his career as a Detroit Pistons fan and watch him all the time, Isaiah kind of handcuffed himself at times. He wanted to get his teammates going first before he actually. Is when they needed him to score. That's when he scored. He had that ability. Some people say, well, no, John Stockton is the best point guard next to Magic Johnson. If you want to look at statistically, you may say that John Stockton was the best point guard, but my thing, I use my own 2 eyes. What I seen on the court, Isaiah could take his game to a level that John Stockton couldn't go to. Isaiah could take his game to a level. He could be playing on the same court with Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, the best players of that era, and it's like he pushed a button inside himself. He the best player on the court. I seen Isaiah just do things, as small as he is, things he did was just remarkable. He won 2 championships. He went 3 times. Should have went 4 times. They should have won 3 championships. And he did that. He started off. He took the Detroit Pistons, which were a sorry club, and just like Jordan did with the Bulls, he did the same thing with the Pistons. He had a great backcourt with Joe Dumars, but before Joe Dumars got there, you look at Isaiah and look at Magic stats, you don't see a difference. And you would actually say Isaiah had better statistics than Magic Johnson, and he was 6'1". And I don't think he was that tall. So that's my favorite basketball player of all time. In the clutch, he was amazing. You got Michael, Bird, Reggie, Isaiah, best clutch players I've seen. So that's my number 7. Number 8, I would have to say, I was going to put this guy at number 10, but I'm going to put him number 8 because he won 3 championships. Kobe Bryant. He the closest thing I've seen to Michael Jordan. The biggest difference between Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan, to me, though, is this: the head. Young Michael Jordan is a little more athletic than Kobe Bryant, but the problem with Kobe Bryant, the difference between him and Mike, is in the mind. Kobe wouldn't always make the right decision because of his ego. Kobe's ego gets in his way. But Kobe could do anything on the floor. He could shoot from anywhere. He could score on anybody. He has the same post game that Mike had. He has a better looking shot than Mike. He doesn't actually have a better shot. He has a better looking shot, but Mike made it a higher percentage. And he's very athletic, a flawless basketball player skill wise. But mentally, his ego gets in the way. And the reality is, Kobe has won 3 championships. He got back again last year without Shaq, but at the same time, even looking at that, the last 2 times he's been to the championship, he hasn't played good. He hasn't played well. He's actually been shut down. So he doesn't compare to Michael Jordan, but he's still great. He's still amazing. You know, so I put him number 8. Number 9, one of the most amazing players I ever seen because of what he did at the position that he did it at the size he was. It's just, you know, we would never see it again. Charles Barkley. At 6'4", he was a power forward and he dominated. He dominated my number 10 guy when they played. It's like he just killed him. But my number 9 guy, like I said, is Charles Barkley. He could do anything. He ran the floor well. He shot jump shots well. He'll back you down. And, you know, he just had the misfortune of playing on some bad teams, not having a good enough supporting cast, except for the year he did get to the championship. And that year he had the misfortune of running up against Michael Jordan, who was the best. But in that series, Charles Barkley played amazing. The guy rebounded like he was a 7-foot center. He was amazing. My number 10 guy is Karl Malone. Guy, second all-time scorer. The ultimate power forward of what you want a power forward to do. This guy was strong. He ran the floor like he was a 3 guy. He had good hands. He finished at the rim. He was proficient at the free throw line. He hit an open shot. You know, John Stockton, you know, had a great point guard with him. But if you're a point guard, that's the guy you want to be passing the ball to, because he does things that get you assists. Because when he goes to the rim, he catches the ball and he finishes. You get assists for that. You could run a pick and roll with him because he could hit the open jump shot. Karl Malone was amazing. He rebounded great. He was a 26 and like 10 guy every year. He was consistent throughout his career. So those are my top 10 players. No people that would, you know, everybody has their own opinion. People disagree. Everybody has their own opinion, but those are the top 10 players I've seen with my own 2 eyes. Other guys coming up that I'm pretty sure will pass some of these guys. LeBron James, Dwayne Wade. These guys look like they're going to be so good that they might be up there, you know, in the top 5 sooner or later. You never know. But those are my top 10 players of all time. Number 1, Michael Jordan. Number 2, Magic Johnson. Number 3, Larry Bird. Number 4, Shaquille O'Neal. Number 5, Keem Olajuwon. Number 6, Tim Duncan. Number 7, Isaiah Thomas. Number 8, Kobe Bryant. Number 9, Charles Barkley. And number 10, Karl Malone.